Nobody asked for this, but I really want to show off the pocket journal that I have been cultivating for a little while. So let's do a pocket journal tour, shall we? I bought it several months ago from Mint to Mint. It's a local brand that sells handcrafted journal and stationery. You can check their Insta and marketplaces if you want. I think the price is quite affordable and the quality is amazing. So I put 3 notebooks in here as well, as you can see, but I think you can put more if you want like a chunky journal, perhaps 4 or 5. Each of these notebooks serve different purpose and function. Okay, so the first one is planner and tracker. I've always strived to be an organized person, but I don't think that I have found the perfect system for me yet. However, I think envelope works for me best because I like to write with my pen, especially with this pen. It's very specific pen, Pilot 2 0.38. I swear that is not a paid promotion, but I love this pen so much. I think this is probably the love of my life. I also realized that I cannot work with something that is too complicated or advanced because it will turn my perfectionism on, and I feel like it would just be harder for me to enjoy doing it. So I come up with a very simple and quick system that helps me to get on track every day. So the first thing that I do every morning is to do an energy level check. It's like asking myself, how are you? Since no one bothered to ask me, so I ask myself. Sometimes it's very low, meaning that I just want to crawl back into my bed. Sometimes it's very high, meaning that I'm very excited and very energized to start the day. But most of the time it's just like medium. It's like I'm in the in-between state between wanting to go back to my bed, rotting in my bed all day, or just want to get out and just ready to start the day or whatever. And then I would write however it is I'm feeling at the moment, just whatever goes on my mind. And then I would write the today's target or things that I need to do that day. I like to jot down everything, and sometimes I put each task or target on some kind of time block. I think it really helps me to get track of time. Next one is the commonplace journal. This is my 3rd one. Apparently I have finished the other 2. I'm not sure that this is the right way to do it, but basically this notebook is a collection of everything that I gain and want to treasure, whether it's from my own thoughts, observations, conversation with someone, books that I read, YouTube videos and movies that I watch, podcasts, whatever it is that I consume throughout the day. It acts as like a spare brain or Horcrux, because I put a lot of personal thoughts into this apparently, which I don't think that it's something that you can do with a commonplace journal, or it's basically just like an everyday journal. Let's call it an everyday journal. I have a system for this notebook. I use a color code index. There are 4. The gold one is for quotes, the blue one is for ideas and thoughts, the blue slightly green one is for insights and findings, and the purple one is for reminder. There are several favorite things that I like to do on my commonplace notebook. The first one is writing my favorite quotes and also my personal thoughts of the books that I read. Here is a book review for The Cat Who Saved Books, and also my favorite quotes on days at the Murasaki bookshop. Second one is summary of YouTube videos or podcasts. I do this just recently, actually. It's how to manage multiple interests and actually create something by Anna Howard on YouTube. I love her videos and her podcasts so much. It's really interesting. You can check it out. The third one is interesting stuffs or ideas that I got from conversation or my own observation. This is an example of my notes after observing the surrounding streets near the Surinman station and Duku Atas Beni station. I think I was eating batagor as a breakfast back then, and an idea just suddenly struck to me, and I wrote and draw something about their place. I think this is really interesting if got explored properly, but it's not. So the fourth one is listing things that I want to try or places that I want to visit. For example, in here I wrote places to explore, Pasar Santa, and then I wrote some cafes that I want to visit, the bookshop, and everything else. Last but not least is movie journal. It's actually something that I've been fond of for the last couple of months. I love to watch movies, and I find this activity to be somehow exciting and weirdly rewarding. I usually write quotes that I find interesting, random thoughts, and basically whatever pops into my head at the moment. Sometimes I find myself wrote the most beautiful piece of writing, but honestly, most of the time it's just like shit talking. Sometimes I even screaming. I don't understand, but it just pure chaos, and I love it either way. For examples, I did a rewatch of Lessons in Chemistry last month. I think it was my fifth time. I think it's one of the best series that I've ever watched. You guys should check it out. So I wrote my favorite quotes and then some of my thoughts on some scenes, and sometimes I also find myself like drew an ugly sketch. This is a sketch of a scene, by the way, but I love it. Whenever I see this, the image suddenly pops into my mind and I'm just giggling and blushing. This series is also very interesting because it involves a lot of chemistry, which is actually a subject that I hate in high school, but I am suddenly interested. There's this topic, biogenesis, that has been repeated over time during the series because it's the main character's favorite topic to talk about. And I am suddenly curious, what is biogenesis? So I write it down and I search it and I wrote it on my other notebooks what I found about biogenesis. It's really interesting, because if you like start to write it like this, you can notice even the smallest thing that you haven't noticed before. It's like you can pay more attention to the smallest details. It's also like capturing your unfiltered thoughts in real time. It's like writing in the margin of a book, but it's the muhi. And trust me, it's so fun to read them back later, to revisit all of these thoughts, all of your screamings, all of your favorite quotes from that movie. It's really fun. Last one is architecture entries, which is your nightmare. I feel like I need to step up my game if I want to stay in this field a little longer. So I started this notebook. It's actually just full of ugly sketches and points that I got from my observations, hoping that, somehow I will get inspiration or some kind of epiphany when I revisit them back later, which is apparently something that doesn't happen very often. Sometimes I also read like architecture insights that I got from YouTube, TikTok, or articles or essays. And yeah, it's actually not for public consumptions because it can hurt your eyes. I guess that's it. That marks the end of our tour. Thank you for coming, everyone. Have a glorious day. Bye.